Hello, welcome to your human rights lesson number 2. So, today we're going to be talking about the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And before we get started, I'm just showing you the other attachment that I have included. This document over here, the first page is for you to take notes. So, I don't know if you want to print it or handwrite it before. It might be helpful to have it beforehand. So, once I'm going through the lesson, you can fill it out. And I'm just going to show you, at the end, we are going to be comparing the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms with the UDHR that we learned about last week. I have included a link to the website on the blog. And then you have a reflection journal at the end of this. So this is the typing version. And then if you want to print it and write it by hand, this is the same page. So that's just so you know before we get started of what we're going to accomplish this week. Okay, so let's get started. Um, okay, so the Canadian Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms. Being a Canadian citizen is a great thing. Being a citizen is easy. If you were born in Canada, you are automatically a Canadian citizen. Or if you have come to Canada from another country, you are able to apply for citizenship. Then you have to pass the citizenship test, and then you can become a new Canadian citizen. Being a Canadian citizen of Canada gives you rights and freedoms, but you also have responsibilities. So these are set out in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. This is a picture of the original document, so let's get to it and see what happens. So, giving you a little bit of history about this, although Canada has been around for 150 years, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms is still young. The Charter is the first part of the Canadian Constitution, which was enacted into law only in 1982 by Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau. So the Charter replaced the Canadian Bill of Rights. Unlike the Bill of Rights, the Charter is upheld in courts both federally and provincially, and it cannot be changed as easily.